Imagine that you're just chilling, doing your doodads, you know, having a nice day, smiling, everything's going good and dandy. You go to your room, found out the door is locked, the bathroom door is locked, and you're asking yourself, why is my girl locked, lock the bathroom door? Then you have this sense of unnatural, sense of urgency or sense of curiosity. You're like, what's my girl doing? Like she's in the shower, seems like she's talking to somebody, which is super weird. So you just have, your, technologically advanced, cat litter box that somehow you just bought out of nowhere. Nigga got guap. But anywho, since that litter box, I mean that box has a security camera or a camera that you can see through. You just had a sense of wondering what's my girl doing. So you look through the camera and you just see your girl butt booty naked talking to her cousin, shaking it and just going ham on it. So you're like, what? You're just surprised. You're like, okay, uh let me do a quick investigation. She leaves her phone and whatnot, and you just go through her messages and you just see a whole history of her being, flirtatious and flirt with with her cousin, and you're like, what's going on? Okay, maybe you're just, overthinking things. So then you go through her, her notes and whatever. Oh, was it still on the messages? Neither here nor there. You just go through the messages, or you just see the notes, and you see she has a bucket list of things that she and her cousin has to do, and you like going crazy ballistic because you just found out that your girl is getting dicked down by her cousin. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna talk about the whole, Kenneth situation with him and his girl, Faith Cuz, whatever her name is. I'm gonna call her Faith Cuz because she's a freaky ass, weird ass, disgusting, incestuous wench and whatnot. Because I just look into myself in the and wondering the entire situation. How on God's green earth would you cheat on your boyfriend with your cousin? Your cousin. Out of anybody in this whole entire earth, you cheat on your boyfriend with your cousin. Like, out of, like, I'm still trying to grasp it, that concept of, you as a individual having feelings, like romantic feelings for your cousin. And not just only that, you even cross the line of saying, okay, I'ma just push it down and move on. You cross that line. You literally had sex with your cousin. Like, oh my goodness, crazy. I'm like wondering, like Kenneth even has, the receipts. He even posted it on the internet to show that he's not gonna be, portrayed as somebody who's crazy or anything like that, or he's jealous or he's just like an abusive boyfriend or whatnot. He actually showed everybody the evidence, and he even made a recording of her crying through the door because he found out that she was having a scandalous relationship with her cousin and cheated on him with her cousin. So I'm like wondering to myself, I'm like, oh my god, this sense of news is something that I'm pretty sure everybody in the internet is covering, but I want to give my 2 cents on the situation because oh my god, yo, like your cousin, and it's not even a distant cousin or a cousin who's like cousin's cousin or a third cousin or anything, like a first generation, first parents and parents related cousins, bro. Like her parents are siblings to his parents. Like that's effed up. Because I understand if you, let's say you just kissed your cousin by mistake, you were young, dumb, and whatever. You kiss, you look back at it, and you just laugh because you were like, "Wow, that was freaking dumb." You just move on with your life. But you even crossed that line. You had sex with your cousin, your cousin, bro. Like out of it, like yo, cuz like I'm even trying to grasp the situation myself. It even took me a week to actually let that information digest because new information was popping up. Her allegedly her cameraman even said that she has no remorse, she has no guilt that she got caught having sex with her cousin. Did I even? I think I even mentioned that she even wrote down a to-do list on her bucket list with the sex on whatever the fucking disgusting shit that she was gonna do with her cousin. Facials, like public, like oh my, like watching that and also seeing the description and whatever makes me sick to my stomach because wow, like you could have cheated him with somebody with who's like also in the streaming platform, who's also celebrity and whatnot, even though I'm not uh giving like a viable option and a reason for people to cheat and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, that's bad, but anything's better than being cheated on with her cousin. Like you cheated on your man who let you stay in the house, your man who even saw that said cousin. And that man, I'm pretty sure Kenneth was even cool with the cousin, not knowing that the cousin was clapping his girl's cheeks, which is something that's very disgusting and surprising. Why would anybody even like do that? And apparently the family even knew about them having a relationship and whatnot, which is so bizarre and so disgusting that your family even knows that you slept with your cousin. Cousin, come on, your cousin? You disgusting ass wench. Ugh. Makes me sick to my stomach, fam. Disgusting. But I'm always wondering, like, wow, like everybody in the internet, is agreeing that she's a weirdo. And if you're defending her actions, my guy or my girl, you got something to be checked on. You need your hard drives checked out, and people need to put you on a list or something like that because you can never, ever, ever vouch for somebody who's having incestuous relations with her cousins or his cousins in whatever shape, form of whatever matter and whatnot, because wow, like I'm pretty sure Kenneth is gonna have like trust issues and whatnot because he just found out that his girl was cheating on him with her cousin and getting dicked down by said cousin. And now that I think about it, like they were like him and his girl, had a relationship video about cousins relationship, eating Arby's with my cousin and this, that, and the third. That was the first time I actually got introduced to Kenneth. I actually thought they were actually cousins, but then I found out they were actually dating later on. Then I was like, oh, okay. But that videos that I saw about them role playing as cousins and making out and doing it, whatever the frick they were doing, made me, suspicious and kind of creeped out because I was like, that's kind of gross to role play as cousins, not knowing the fact that that's literally her fetish. And I'm pretty sure she suggested those things because she wanted to role play Kenneth as her cousin to even get. I mean, whoa, oh, whoa, that's a very very disgusting. That's I'm having like thoughts of her pleasuring herself by imagining Kenneth was her cousin. Ew, ah, gross. That makes me sick to my stomach. Ah, that's gross. Ah, nah, she gross for that, bro. Now Kenneth is gonna have like trust issues about everything. Bro's not gonna be trusting like any woman, any hoe or any girl that he's gonna have, future relationship with. Now he's gonna have to vet her family relationship, ask around the street, hey yo bro, did she have any relationship with, her relatives and whatnot, which is a crazy and, sad fact that Kenneth has to. Now everybody has to do that. You're like, even her being close to their family doesn't mean you're safe because now you don't know if the family had, relations with your girl, or for the girls who are probably in my community, you have to watch your man's female cousins and whatnot, because now light skinned girls have a new agenda or evil agenda against them. First it was like the evil light skinned girl who's gonna ruin your life but you don't care, which was kind of funny and true at the same time. But now they have potentially this other new criteria that you gotta watch her cousins over her. If she's attractive, now you gotta watch over the cousins too, because now you're not safe from anybody, which is very sad, bro. Like, imagine, out of anybody in this world, you had to cheat on your man or your significant other with your cousin. Okay, okay, that's the last time I'm gonna do that, thing ever, because that's just gross. But oh my god, that's just disgusting in so many levels, because like I said, the cameraman even exposed her for having zero guilt about the disgusting thing that she's done, and having a disgusting relationship with her cousin too. So I'm just sitting here at awe and just wanting to present myself to the popular situation going on with Kenneth and his ex-girl, who are having a disgusting relationship and whatnot. So wow, yo cousin. Okay. uh okay, stay blessed, stay safe, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. This is Matt with another video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Love y'all.